Hey crochet friends, welcome back. If you're new here, I'm Mo. I'm your crochet companion. Today we are diving back into filet crochet. As you can see, I just got done with blocking the piece that we are working on today. This is basically going to be a refresher video of the filet crochet basics. I just kind of touch on those. And then we are going to be diving more into the Lacet Stitch. It's such an elegant stitch and it makes for such a beautiful piece. But first we must pause for a cheesy joke. Why do filet crochet patterns always look so calm? They're full of open spaces for relaxation. As you can see, I had this pinned on my lace board, so I'm going to go ahead and move that out of the way. Get a nice good look at that. It's the letter M, for Mo. Alright, whether you are just starting out with filet crochet or just looking to brush up on essentials, this tutorial will give you confidence to create beautiful, airy designs. I did do another video many years ago on the Lacet Stitch, but I just decided that maybe it was time for a revisit. So here we are revisiting this, and we're going to go into our next segment, which we're going to be talking about what we're using. For this project, we are going to need our handy dandy size 10 crochet. Well, I don't know, it is really called crochet, but it is the size 10 cotton thread. So that's what you'll need. I've got my big old giant ball from Joann's. I don't remember, probably some time ago. It used to be 20 bucks for a big giant ball, but it's probably not that anymore. You'll need your scissors. You'll need your darning needle, probably a smaller size because it needs to match the size of your thread. You're going to need a size 6, or what is that, a 1.88 millimeters. Let's see if I can get it close enough so you can see it. I don't think I'm going to be able to see it, so anyway, it is a size 6, 1.8 millimeters. And I believe that's pretty much it. So I'm actually just going to take you through a quick refresher and go over the last few rows of my little project here. And if you want to create a project similar to your own, you'll have to check out that book that I have in the comments or in the description, because you'll need that to get the full instructions. And it is called Learn to Do Filet Crochet in Just One Day. So I got this pattern from that. It's actually just a simple letter, basically. And you'll take their graph and put your your letter that you want in that. It's supposed to be a coaster, but quite frankly, I think it's too big for a coaster. Maybe if you want to put a couple things on there at the same time. But let's get to it. If you've got your materials, grab yours as well. We're going to just dive into it. So let's go over a refresher of what is what with filet crochet. If you want to go more in depth, you can always check out my filet crochet beginner video. I have everything that you could possibly know about filet crochet on that one, including the increase, how to decrease, and then the basics on how to do it. So so just as a refresher, our open block is 4 double crochets, and our closed block is basically 4 double crochets, or 3 depending on how you want to look at it, and then our open block is the chain 2 double crochet. Let me get a little bit closer here so that you can see this. There you go. So open block. So you're normally going to have 1 double crochet at the beginning, so it's technically 3 double crochets, so that is a closed block, and our open block is the chain 2 double crochet. So you would skip 2 chains and then double crochet. All right, let's get to it. I'm actually just going to teach you how to do the Lacet stitch today. And this is a beautiful stitch. So what is the Lacet stitch? Let's go over that real quick. A Lacet stitch is a variation of the basic mesh, creating a more open and decorative effect. It's perfect for adding a touch of elegance to filet crochet designs. How it works. A Lacet stitch is made by chaining 3 or more and skipping stitches as the basic filet, but spacing the single crochets differently for a unique look. All right, so let's just get to it, okay? So this first, according to the design that I have, and I got to refresh my memory where I was. So this first block was actually going to be open, so we're going to chain 5. You would chain 5 when you're doing an open block on the very first block. So we're going to go into that first one. We're doing an open block. And then we're getting to our Lacet stitch. A Lacet stitch is a chain of 3. So we're going to do a chain 3. So 1, 2, and 3. Let me get a little bit closer here so that you guys can see. Okay, there we go. So it's a chain of 3, so we just chain 3, and then we're gonna, since I already did a Lacet on this one, so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna count 1, 2, and I'm gonna go into that middle chain, and I'm gonna do a single crochet. We're gonna chain 3, and then we're gonna skip 2 chains, and we're gonna double crochet in the next double crochet. We're going to get plenty of practice doing this. So chain 3, 1, 2, 3, skip 2 chains, single crochet in the next chain, chain 3, double crochet in, we'll skip 2 chains and double crochet in the next double crochet. Let me refresh my memory what we're doing. So we'll basically doing 3 of these. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3, and we're going to skip 2 chains and we're going to single crochet in the next stitch. Chain 3, 1, 2, 3. We're going to skip 2 stitches, double crochet in the next one. So let's take a look at that. So as you can see, we're starting to see a pattern. So we're doing a chain 3, single crochet, chain 3, double crochet, chain 3. So one Lacet stitch is just this right here. So it's a chain 3, single crochet, chain 3, double crochet. Now let's go ahead and finish my row here. So the next ones that I was doing, I have to do 2 closed blocks. So remember that those 2 closed blocks, they are going to be basically 3 double crochets plus that initial one. Okay, then the next one we are actually going to be okay, so yeah, we're going to be doing a Lacet stitch. So we're going to chain 3, Is that how I did it? I don't think that's how I did it the first time. 2, 3, 4. I'm just looking at my pattern, I'm sorry. Oh, okay. I see what I did. It's like I was doing it kind of backwards. So we're actually going to do an open block first. So 2 open blocks. And I had started a Lacet stitch on the previous row. So we're going to finish that on this row. So to finish the Lacet stitch, we're going to chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So as you can see, a Lacet stitch spans 2 rows. So you have to do 2 rows in order to complete 1 Lacet stitch. So we're going to chain 5 and we're going to skip over all of these chain 3s and that single crochet, and we're going to go into that double crochet right here. And we're going to double crochet in that stitch. Now, we're going to do a open block here. Two more closed blocks. And definitely check out if you're wanting to learn a little bit more about the filet crochet, check out that video. I go into much more in depth of how to do the open and close blocks. And I had a little project there too, so that's a good project for filet crochet as well. So now we're going to start that Lacet stitch. So we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3. We're going to skip those 2 stitches, a single crochet in that next stitch, chain 3, and we're going to skip over those 2 chains. We're going to double crochet in that first one. Another 1, 2, 3, skip 2 chains, single crochet, 1, 2, 3, skip 2 chains, double crochet in the next stitch. We're going to do one more of those. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, single crochet, 1, 2, 3, skip 2, double crochet, and our last block was an open block, so we're going to chain 2, and then we're going to double crochet in that first chain space. All right, now we're going to turn around, and the very first block of the next row is actually a closed block. So we're going to chain 3, we're going to turn, we're going to do a double crochet in the next 3 spaces or stitches. We're going to finish that Lacet stitch. I don't know why I keep trying to say Lacet, but it's Lacet. So if you remember from the previous row, we have to chain 5. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to skip over these chain 3 spaces, that single crochet, these chain 3 spaces, and then we're going to do a double crochet in the next space, or well, the next stitch. See how that comes together? I don't know why, but my light just didn't seem like I was doing. There we go. That's better. And we're going to chain 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to skip those 3, we're going to skip that single crochet. We're going to skip those next chain 3s, and then we're going to double crochet in that next stitch. So now you see, we're starting to see it come to fruition. Chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Skip those 3, skip that single crochet, skip those 3, and we're going to double crochet in the next double crochet. Now, let's see, what did I do? So I'm actually doing my pattern a little bit different than what they actually did. That's because I wanted to have the Lacet Stitch or Lacet Stitch in this particular tutorial. But they use just open and closed blocks in the pattern itself. So I just kind of changed it to suit what I was doing here. So now what we're going to do is we're going to begin the Lacet stitches. So we're going to chain that 3, skip 2 stitches, single crochet in the next stitch, chain 3, skip 2 stitches, and double crochet in the next stitch. Chain 3. Yep, okay. We're going to single crochet on top of that double crochet after we skip 2 stitches. Chain 3. We're going to do this a little bit different. We're going to have a double crochet in the middle of the Lacet Stitch, the previous Lacet Stitch that we did. So we're going to skip 2 and we're going to do a double crochet. One, 2, 3, skip 2 chains, single crochet. 1, 2, 3, skip 2 stitches, double crochet. Okay, 1, 2, 3, skip 2 stitches, single crochet. 1, 2, 3, skip 2 stitches, double crochet. And we're going to do an open block for the next one. We're just going to do a chain 2, skip 2, double crochet. We're going to finish the Lacet stitch from the previous row. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to skip those 3, skip that, skip those 3, and double crochet in the next double crochet. Chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Skip those 3. Oh, I got my knot coming up here. Skip those 3, skip that single crochet, skip 3, and we're going to double crochet in the next double crochet. One, 2, 3, 4, 5 chains, skip 3, skip single crochet, skip 3, double crochet in that next double crochet. And we are ending on a closed block, so we're going to go ahead and double crochet in the next 3 stitches. 1, 2, and 3. All right, let's take a look at that real quick, and I'm going to undo my ball here, or my knot that's trying to form. But let's take a look at this real quick. Let me back out a little bit so you can see the visual. So as you can see, so we've finished these lacet stitches and we've started these lacet stitches. Then we finish those, and then we're going to go to the next round. So the next round is an open block at the very first one. So we're going to chain 5, 3, 4, 5. We're going to turn our work. We're going to skip a stitch, and double crochet in the next stitch. Now from here on out, I don't do any more, I don't start any more lacet stitches. I just finish the ones that I started. So from here, we are going to do a closed block. So we're going to do a double crochet in the next 3. So that was 1, 2, and 3. Then we're going to do an open block. Let's see, how many do we need to do? Oh, all the way to our lacet stitch. So and this is kind of sort of considered a mesh stitch. It has somebody who actually does do Irish lace as well. It's a form of mesh stitch, but it's not the preferred mesh stitch for Irish lace. So, and one day in the future, you will get to learn about that, because that is also one of my specialties. I love doing Irish lace. It's like one of my favorite things. I will actually quite often combine Irish lace with freeform to create different kind of designs. I love doing that because when I learned how to do that, it opened up my whole world. And I even have been learning a little bit of Romanian lace. Romanian laces, they use more of a needle than they do a crochet hook, but you can add the Romanian lace to your Irish lace patterns to form something beautiful. So, all right, let's go forward. I'm gonna zoom in a little bit more again here, and we're gonna finish those lacet stitches here. So we're gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't do what I normally do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we're going to skip those 3 chains, skip that single crochet, skip those 3 chains, and then we're going to do a double crochet in the next double crochet. As you can see, it's starting to show itself, huh? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. While you can use the filet crochet to enhance, if that's your ultimate goal, is to do Irish lace, this is a great place to start. We'll also want to do some little doilies and stuff too, so that kind of gives you a little practice on doing other stitches as well. That's been my journey anyway. I didn't go straight into Irish lace. Okay, so we're skipping 3, skipping the single crochet, skipping 3, and then double crocheting. So the journey I'm taking you all through, this has been kind of my whole journey, learning all the different stitches, and oops, I forgot what I was doing. Learning all the different stitches, and then eventually I tackled Irish lace. So from here on out, we're just doing open blocks and closed blocks. And I believe these are all open for the rest of this row. Let's try that stitch over again. We'll zoom out. We don't need to be that close anymore. Oh, we did have that one that we have to do, that one closed block yet. So one more open one, and then we have one closed one. That's the last closed one, and we're going to do one more open one, finish our row with an open block. Okay, there we go. Gonna finish untangling. So what I did was I wanted to show you the finished product and finish it off with you. But I wanted to make sure that it was, I wanted to practice it first before I showed you, because I was doing it different than what the pattern called for. So I actually unraveled my work up into a certain point so I could finish those last 4 rows with you. So that's what I'm dealing with over here, a little bit of a rat's nest. Okay, so the next stitch we're going to do on the next row is a closed block. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3. We're going to turn our work and we're going to do a closed block. Now this row is the last row, and we basically do closed, open, closed, open, closed to create the final bit of the design. So we'll just get to that. There we go. So we're on the closed one. We're going to do another open one. So lately I've actually been working on a steampunk themed tank top. I've been doing some freeform butterflies, bumblebees. I did a silhouette. Right now I'm working on some cogs, trying to learn to make how to make some cogs, because I think that will finish it out. Oh, I even made one of those old gramophones. It was really cool. That was probably the favorite one, but I got a lot of mixed reviews on the gramophone. Some people thought it was an alien. Some could really see what it was. I think in context with all the rest of the motifs that I created with it, it will come together. So that's just kind of a little sneaky peek on what some of the things that you could be doing in the future. I don't know if it's going to be something I'm doing sooner rather than later, or later. It is a really lengthy project. I've been working on it off and on for about a year. I had to put it away because life happened for a while. So I put it away. I've got all the motifs pretty much done except for the cogs, and then I'll start the assembly process, putting everything together with that mesh stitch. Yep, that's what I'm doing. I'm just doing some babbling while I'm finishing this row. Kind of fun, right? Sometimes. My husband's always telling me I'm running off at the tulips. And I guess to some degree, I do run off at the tulips. He's a funny man. Got some weird sayings himself, so. Alright, so what I'm going to do, since you guys get the basic idea, is I'm going to finish my row and I'll meet you at the end. Okay, we're at the end. Oh, oops, well, we were at the end of the row. I just undid my stitches. Well, okay, I guess we're doing a couple extra stitches. Well, wasn't that fun? See how easy it is to unravel? Even unintentionally. Alright, so we're doing an open and a closed stitch, or closed box. The last close, so we're going to just do a double crochet in those last 3 stitches. Oh, apparently I did what I tell y'all not to do, and that's to do your stitches too tight, because then you can't get your hook in there. All right, there is their last stitch. So we're going to go ahead and finish it off by cutting our thread, and we're going to pull. Now you can do that 1 extra stitch. I don't like that myself because I think it looks bulky, except for in certain circumstances I might. I know I'm working on another project, and I probably will teach you to do that, have you do that, because it was necessary with that particular kind of pattern and that particular kind of thread. So we are going to weave in our ends. Yes, I'm going to torture you guys by showing you me weaving my ends in. It's not so bad. It's not so bad. But in the future, I probably will show you how to start your lacy projects by tucking your ends in as you go. That way you have fewer ends to do at a later time. So it's a little technique I learned when I started doing Irish lace. So as you can see, I'm not really following any kind of rhyme or reason, and that's because this is lacy. So it's a little bit harder to really tuck them into a nice little streamline. So I'm just kind of weaving and wobbing. And then I go back through the other way and weave and wob a couple times that way. All right. That should be sufficient. I want to make sure that it's, you know, just enough so it won't. And make sure you're cutting your thread and not your work. I've done that before and I cried because I had to do the whole project over again. All right, let's weave in the other end. Well, maybe. And then we finish our project off by blocking it, because as you can kind of see, it's a little wonky. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some steam to this, and I'm going to pin it on my lace board so that it lays flat. And I think I showed the lace board in another video. I don't remember which one it was. It might have been my other filet crochet video. At this point, I've done so many videos, I can't remember which one's what. Okay, so I'm going to weave back through that one. And then we're going to go up a ways. So let's just tuck it in here. Tuck it up through here. And then I'm going to go to this row right here, and I'm going to weave back and forth a couple times that way. That way we don't have that thread just randomly popping out. One more time. Cutting the thread, not my work. There we go. All right. So as you can see, filet crochet, especially with the Lacet Stitch, it's perfect for airy, lightweight designs like blankets, table runners, or wall hangings. When I do blankets, I just do it with the yarn instead of the thread. You can also experiment with using the Lacet Stitch and patterns for added texture and flow. So as you can see from this design, that's what I did. So instead of just doing the open blocks, closed blocks on this, I just added the Lacet Stitch. Now, I wouldn't necessarily recommend you doing it for your design, because the open and closed blocks, it amplifies the actual design. So it kind of took away from my little M. As you can see, my little cursive M is there, but anyway, so I'm fiddling with it because I'm really wanting to block it. So I'm going to go ahead and do that here in just a little bit. So that's pretty much, that's your refresher on filet crochet, and just a real quick snippet on the refresher on that filet crochet and then that lacet stitch. How does it feel to revisit these techniques, or we're trying something new, that lacet stitch? I'd love to see your swatches or your projects, so share them with me in comments or tag me on social media. If there's something else that you want to learn more of, let me know. Give me a comment in the comment section so that I know, what to work on for the future. And next time we're going to dive deeper into, no, I don't know what we're doing next time. I'm so sorry. I do not have a specific plan after. Oh, no, I do. I'm so sorry. We actually have a bigger project. So I'm actually going to be using the chevron and the bobble stitches. So if you don't know those, I would recommend go ahead and watching the video on the chevron and the bobbles. It's the popcorns, bobbles, and puffs. I would go ahead and watch those videos. That way you're ready to go for my next video, because I'm going to incorporate both the chevron and the bobbles into that particular project. All right, so if you enjoyed this tutorial, please like, subscribe, and share it with your friends. Until next time, happy crocheting.